Mentalhealth.ca, Brandon Hahn here for a little bit of a foray into what it takes to be schizoaffective disorder diagnosed, possibly with the other one, plain old schizophrenia. Schizophrenia as well as schizoaffective disorder are, I believe, the best way to describe it, perception disorders, thought disruptions, and sometimes it can manifest itself physically, like if you're as as a fellow burnout. Um, uh, Schizoaffective disorder is a disruption in your thinking, and it can manifest itself in the way you speak, the way you act, and the way you perceive the world. Um, as per listening to the radio, songs make way more sense to you than they should. You might think the DJ is talking about you. When you're watching television, you're seeing kind of beyond the veil, so to speak, or in through the veil at the layers of complexity that the human brain is perceiving, from the visual to the audio to the inside of your ears. Mostly, I would say with schizoaffective disorder and schizophrenia, it's auditory hallucinations. And some people have visual. Some people actually try to administer these through the use of marijuana, which is, I believe, in my opinion, marijuana use is you're trying to get the best possible schizophrenia, because you're inducing a hallucinogenic drug to your system, but you're looking for the cool parts of it. I don't smoke weed anymore. I used to, but the last time I did was probably just before lockdown, before COVID hit. So it's been more than 5 years. Um, and yeah, I never felt that it really did the trick for me anyway. And lately I've been finding that even alcohol doesn't really work as well as it should anymore, and don't really drink too much anymore. I do smoke cigarettes. This is kind of a tangent. I was busy talking about schizoaffective disorder and schizophrenia. Schizoaffective disorder actually is a combination of bipolar and schizophrenia. So it can be worse than the diagnosis of schizophrenia, or it can be a less severity or less severity of it. With schizophrenia alone, um, you're dealing with hallucinations and a perception disorder, and it's treated with medication as well as therapy. If you have somebody cool to talk to, like a licensed therapist, not this guy talking to you over the internet. I'm no professional, but I am an expert from experience, as I've dealt with the diagnoses, many different diagnoses for 32 years now. So yes, I am an expert from experience, and I'm wishing and praying that this 3-minute diatribe can do something to kind of help your mental health, or make you or force you to understand it a little bit better if you don't. We'll get back on it later on. There's a whole lot to unpack when you're dealing with schizophrenia. Snackablementalhealth.ca, Brandon Hahn.